Do you want to see yourself surrounded by people all the time? With the people, those who want to listen to you? Listen to each word that you speak? Do you want to influence people and put an impact on their minds? Do you want that when you speak, people feel mesmerized, captivated, lost in your talks or anecdotes? If your answer is yes to all these questions, then you need to develop a skill called storytelling. Steve Jobs once said, "The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller." And he was so damn right, because stories have power to instill values and principles in us. We grew up listening to stories from our parents, grandparents, elders, teachers, and we loved listening to these stories. We always enjoyed these stories. Stories inspire us. Stories make us feel sad, happy, thrilled, excited. And at the same time, stories used by the business houses as well. I tell you that a minute-long commercial is good enough to tell you a story and persuade you to buy a product. Stories are so powerful. But the question is, how to tell an impactful story? Well, there are certain elements of it. There are certain tips that I would like to share with you in this video. So stick to this video till the end, because in this video I'll be sharing a bonus tip at the end of the video. Hope you will like all the tips and you'll become a great storyteller. So here is the first tip you need to understand. Make your audience visualize your story. And how to do that? Well, you need to add appropriate details to the scene that you're talking about. For example, I was in a room. It was dark and scary. It was in the basement. Everything in the room was covered by a thick layer of dust. Seemed like no one visited this room for decades. I was experiencing the quietness of the room. It was so quiet that I could hear my heartbeats. And suddenly after that, I heard somebody yelling at me to get me out of that room immediately. And I could figure out that there was somebody in the room who was horrible to see. Immediately after that, I rushed towards the door and got out of that room. And thank God, I survived. Did you notice I used voice modulation to make you feel how I felt in that room? And that's what the second tip is all about. You need to take your pitch up, take your pitch down, according to the scene, the things that you're talking about. When you have to tell that it was so quiet and something was scary, you need to take your pitch down. It was scary. It was quiet. But when you have to show that something happened suddenly, then you have to take your pitch up. And immediately you used your high pitch to explain that yes, something was there in that room. You rushed out of that room immediately. So voice modulation is very important in a story to use. Here's the third tip. Third tip is very crucial. It's about using your body language while telling a story. It's about using your facial expressions, hand gestures, body postures. And if you use your body while telling a story, it will actually portray how expressive you are and you really believe in the story that you want to share with your audience. It shows your trust in the story, that it is worth sharing. And obviously, you cannot say something sad with a happy face and something happy with a sad face. Here comes the fourth tip. Fourth tip is all about keeping your story engaging till the end. If you want to engage your audience throughout the story, there are certain things that you can do. First of all, you can add humor to it. You can add a joke to it. You can crack a joke in between. And if that doesn't work, you can ask a question. Do you know what happened next? He had a gun in his hand and he started chasing me. The moment you use these kind of questions with something, little bit of suspense, a sequence of the scene, it will definitely make your story more interesting and intriguing to your audience. Here comes the last tip. The last tip is all about wrapping up your story in time. A storyteller must know when to wrap the story, and he should wrap it up with the message also. You don't have to drag the story unnecessarily. You need to wrap it up on time. Now, before I share the bonus tip with you guys, I would request you to like, share and subscribe this channel. If you like this video, do share it with other fellows, those who really want to become great storytellers. So here's the bonus tip. The one thing that your audience needs in you, they want to see your original style, the authentic style, the natural style of storytelling that you have. If you're going to copy this style of storytelling from somebody else, if you're going to mimic somebody, it would not look good. So you need to carry your natural style of storytelling, and you just need to work on the tips that I shared with you. It will eventually turn you into a great storyteller. But you need to carry your natural style. And in bonus tip, I would like to share one extra tip with you, that when you're using your body language, you can use several sound effects as well. Like when you talk about that somebody was there at the door, knocking the door, then you can very well make this sound. You can create this sound, say, he knocked at the door. The bell rang like ting tong, ting tong. And that's how you can add several sound effects as well. If you do that, people are going to love your style of storytelling. So thank you very much guys. Do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.